My name is Dakota, and I have been playing RuneScape off and on since 2009, and I have the absurd goal of completing as much of the game as possible. From collection logs to combat achievements, and everything in between, welcome to True Completionist. One of my goals for 2026 is to own the best in slot gear for all 4 combat styles. So far, we pretty much have everything we need for both magic and necromancy, with only a few lower ROI items missing from each style. Last video, we made nearly 2.4 bill thanks to grinding out a good chunk of clues, and with that money today, I am starting my melee arc. My melee gear currently is quite sad, honestly, with only Bandos and the Jaws of the Abyss for my gear. My poor EZK is in need of some matching gear. So I'm going to be taking the jump all the way up to the best melee gear, Vestments of Havoc. Alrighty, so one of the first things we're going to do is go ahead and buy the Vestments of Havoc set. We're going to buy all 4 of the pieces for that. We have enough to get it, we might as well grab it. That is so much money of our 2.3 bill gone already, but that is fine. That is the purpose of getting this money, is to spend it, of course. And getting able to buy melee gear is massive. So there is the Vestments set. We got 236 mil back from my price offers, so we're still good. As for perks for this gear, we're going to be aiming to get Biting 4, as well as Relentless 5 and Crackling 4 on the top, and then Devoted 4, Impatient 4, as well as Ultimatus 4 on the bottom. Thankfully, we have enough Noxious components here to be able to just click on this and get Biting 4 right away. So that is easy. We don't have to go and grab any Noxious components for that. I could have gotten a secondary perk for that, like Biting for mobile or something. I feel like that's probably just the easiest one to get because it is 100% probability. I'm not too worried about really anything else on that. 1 out of 20 my ass. I've done 19. What the heck? Hey, there it is. That's exactly number 20, actually. I literally just made all of these gizmos, and I think that's exactly number 20. That is hilarious. There we go. This is the first perk that we're going to get on our bottoms, which is Ultimatus for mobile. Just so that we have mobile on there. I could have just done Ultimatus, but that's okay. We have mobile as well now. Hopefully we can do this. Oh, okay. First tried it. That's fine by me. It's like a 1 out of 10. Now that we have the best in slot perks on our gear, before we get into testing out on some PVM and learning melee, it's time to head back to where this series started, the Asuran Arsenal heist, to get ourselves yet another Varanus' Mercy for our primary EOF spec weapon for melee. The Mercy is a big step up from Dragon Claws, and its special attack, the Final Flurry, does an insane amount of damage with great crit chances increasing on each hit. Obviously, it's been a little bit since I've done these, so I'm a little rusty, probably, but that's okay, we'll get used to them. Also, we get pilfer points now from Heists, which is absolutely amazing, so I'm happy about that. Oh, I messed that up. That's unfortunate. Do we get a Mercy? Nah, never lucky on the first one, but that's okay. Also, apparently the Ring of Vitter helps with Heists and increases your speed and when lockpicking, so that's nice that we have that now too, because I did not have that during that first video. There's 190 mil in thieving with that heist, 10 mil more to go till 200 mil, which is fantastic. That'll be another 200 mil checked off the list. I was not paying attention to the firewalls there at all. Okay. Yo, there it is. Varanus' Mercy. Hell yes, that really didn't take that long to get. Hell yeah, that is 1 out of the 2 items we want from here. We still need the harness. So we go ahead and buy this EOF here for 185 mil. And we go ahead and we throw the Mercy in there. Now, I will go back for the harness here in a little bit in this video, but one other thing I do want to purchase is the Chaos Roar ability. This, of course, we can get from Zami. I do want to grab this because this is just such a great ability for melee. So we're going to go ahead and purchase this real quick. And then we're going to go do some content. And if we read this, we should unlock the ability. And there we are. There was no pop-up saying you unlock the ability or anything. But we now have Chaos Roar. Nice. Before I forget, I'm also going to purchase the Enhanced Gloves of Passage. Just because I want to get those out of the way. I got a lot of money to utilize, so I might as well just buy them. And we need those for like non-poisonable content, maybe if they're actually going to buy. Okay, finally purchased 20% over. Jesus. Okay, enhanced gloves of passage. Those will be nice for when we're not doing poisonable content, and we'll have those in place of the Cinderbanes. To start off my melee journey, I wanted to start simple, and I think I started a little bit too simple. You see, with the release of the Dungeoneering remaster, Jagex added a new drop to Commander Zilyana, the Saradomin's Hum, which, like its counterparts, can be upgraded to a better version with Dungeoneering tokens. So I decided to try out some melee to get that drop, of which I was just vastly overpowered for. Of course, it's Zilyana, she's an early game boss, so I ultimately decided to just AFK the boss. I also decided during this AFK grind to start leveling and disassembling Dragon Rider Lances in order to get Illujuncan components so that I could put Aftershock 4, Eruptive 2 on my dual wield weapon, which took 5 total attempts to do, but hey, at least I managed to get the Khopesh to the Caridian through Corrupted Scorpions along the way. Yo, I'm on the treadmill, what the fuck? You know, I genuinely didn't expect to get that while I was walking on the treadmill, but I'll take it. That is a really good Slayer collection log item to have off the list for the desert, which means we only need the Dragon Chain Body, Staff, and the Nipper Demon Pet. No fucking way. No way. I literally just complained about it. That is fucking funny. Saradomin's Hum. That took way longer than it needed to. With the Saradomin's Hum collection log done and my dual wield weapons perked out, it was time to head back to Old Reliable to get some more practice with the melee rotation, Raksha. Similar to when I relearned mage rotations right after the combat modernization update, I threw myself back at Raksha just to practice that initial Berserk rotation after watching this handy video by fellow content creator Diamond Fang, and let me tell you, this was much more satisfying to learn than mage was. I also even managed to get my first pool skip on this boss. I skipped the pools, let's go. Oh no, what? Damn, that was much better though, god damn. That was good. Oh, I kind of got the pool skip there. He healed a little bit at the end, but that was pretty close. Definitely fucked up this last part, but you know, I'm okay. I just can't click apparently, but I fucked up this last part. Overall, I mean, first phase, second phase was pretty darn good. It is really nice to see my improvements so far, though. It is like an hour and a half maybe at this point of trying this, but I am going to take a break. We are getting very comfortable with this, of course, but I need to go back. We need to go back to heists. We need to get our harness. So I haven't really talked much about drop rates from this content because it wasn't a thing that was announced back when this first came out. So when looking at the Asuran Arsenal heist, the 2 items that we can get if we get 500 total loot, which is the cap, is a 1 in 90 chance to get either of them. Hopefully, our next unique that we see from this is a harness, because we are 3 mercies from this so far and no harness. Hey, there is 200 mil thieving checked off the list. That is another 200 mil. Nice. Obviously, we got a lot more thieving to go. We still need to go back and get all of the items from the first heist. I don't even remember the name of it. I did like 30 minutes of it on release, but yeah, we'll go back and do that eventually. Oh no, you're joking. Really? Number 4? You know, I honestly, I don't think I'm ever gonna get the harness at this point. That is insane. I gotta at least go for the back-to-back. Now, I could just sell this and then buy the harness. That is one option. But of course, I still need the collection log pop-up for the harness. Once the universal collection log comes up, that is all being tracked already. I still need to get it. Do we get the back-to-back? No, that's okay. I did not expect it. No way. No way, bro. What the fuck? Well, that is number 5 and no harness. That's lovely. I think we're just going to call it there on doing heists for now. I've done way too many. So I did sell the other one back when we got it. So I'm just going to throw the other one in there for mid. It doesn't sell right away, but that's okay. 373 mil. I'm going to keep this one in there overnight. We'll see if it sells. If not, then I'll put it down. Well, it is now the next day, and the Varanus' Mercy has sold, as well as the Nodon Spike Harness has bought. I did have to put it up 25% over the recommended GE price, which is insane. So we got 379 mil for that other Varanus' Mercy, and then, yeah, 484 mil for the Spike Harness. I cannot wait until the GE updates come out, but that'll be nice to have the Nodon Spike Harness. We'll go ahead and throw our spikes in there, and then that'll take that spot in the bank. Now that we've got the items I set out to get in this video and have gotten pretty acquainted to melee combat in general, it's time to put my skills to the test by tackling some combat achievements from a piece of content that I have not done in a long time: the Dragonkin Laboratory. This dungeon, like its counterpart, has two lesser bosses, a Stellarn and Verglyph, and finishes off with one final boss, the Blackstone Dragon. Like many bosses in this game, they each have their own speed time combat achievements, something that I thought would be fantastic to further step my foot into melee combat in this video. Well, I'm going into this very blind, but that is okay. We will kind of just figure this out as we go. It's ED2, it really can't be all that difficult. Okay, we're getting way too comboed out there. Okay, that was a little rough. We got a little too comboed out there. I was not playing that safe. The nice thing about these two is I can just continue where I left off on them, and I don't have to start the whole thing over again, which is good. So while I'm learning this again and trying to re-practice this dungeon, we should be okay to do that. Hey, whoa, there's a 110 attack. I did not even realize I was that close to getting that. That's funny. There's another 110 off the list. Alrighty, Stellarn, time to get your booty claps. Booty claps? Booty cheeks clapped. There is an achievement to do it without killing the pulsar, which is rough. Okay, yep. There is an achievement to do without killing the pulsar, and my brain just turned off as soon as I started attacking that. Okay. I'm also not using a familiar. I probably should do that. Now, that was not perfect by any means, but we did get the Confidence Speed Killer. That is fantastic. And solo in less than 1 minute. Oh, that's the Elite Speed Killer already. Okay. This we shouldn't even need to worry about. We shouldn't even need to worry about this mechanic, right? Oh. Okay. I think I see my problem. My problem is I'm not using defensives. Okay, you need a Nexus. I need a Nexus so I can do my defensives. Well, that was easy enough. That was easy enough. We did Verglyph, Elite Speed Killer, Confident Speed Killer, Fire Outside is Frightful, and we improved our PV by 1 minute and 15 seconds. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's gonna be miserable with their special attacks, dude. This is gonna be miserable. That's so annoying. Alrighty, and Blackstone Dragon time. This one should be fairly easy. I kind of remember what to do, but if it's anything like Verglyph, I don't know anything. Okay, hands are down. We need a little bit more adrenaline before we go into our Zerk rotation, but we're there. Should be okay here. Yeah, cool, cool. Oh, what am I doing? I wasn't paying attention, bro. I fucking spaced out. That's so stupid. What are you doing, bro? What am I doing? What? What am I doing? Not the best skill in the world, but we should be done here, and that should be the less than 5 minutes one. Cool. Yep, the less than 5 minutes solo, which is good, without being hit by any of our gemstone shards, which is also good. A lot of combat achievements. Jesus Christ. Wow. We have to do it in less than 1 minute and 45 seconds. I don't know how I'm going to do that solo. Is that a solo only, or is that, can that be done in a team? Yeah, I just solo in less than 145. That's going to take forever to do. I at least want to get the 4 minute one. I don't know if we're going to get anywhere close to 215, but we'll try our hand at it. Outside of combat achievements, we still are, of course, missing the Greater Fury and the Greater Barge ability codexes, as well as the Blackstone Dragon pet. We did get Flurry a couple years back. It was a long time ago, back when I was still using tier 80 magic, but we did get that, so we want to get these as well. Okay, that was not too bad. We did it without defeating the Pulsar, which is good. Unfortunately, he didn't summon a second one. I probably could have just waited, but that took like all my food. You know, for not having my my defensives, because I forgot my Nexus again, that was not bad. But we got two. We got dive bombing, or the bombing run, where we're not hit by the bomb attack, and don't let your prayers expire, which literally just praying melee the entire fight. Copy that. Now, I have no idea how people do this guy super fast, but we're gonna attempt to do this as quick as we can. Just the hands are really the part that I'm struggling with the most, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, definitely not the 2 minutes that we were hoping, but less than 4. I mean, that's still good. Less than 4 minutes there. I mean, to be fair, I really can't complain about a 57-second improvement time. That's fantastic. There's 114 strength. We might actually die here. There is way too much damage happening. Oh boy. Maybe we should worry about the pulsar a little bit. That is so much damage. A little bit of an improvement there. Not the best, obviously just 1 second, but you know, we're getting better. Those hands are just the annoying part for the most part, and the flying, because you got to sit there and wait. But if I was good enough, I could nuke it before that. And there is the achievement for killing it while 2 pulsars are active. Just had to wait a little bit to get that one, but it was not bad. There we go. An improvement there, at least. Yeah, I don't understand how people get 245 and 145 solo. I'm gonna have to probably look up guides on that at some point. Necromancy obviously would be easier, but I don't want to do that. Holy shit. 25 KC solo, and we got 9-second improvement. I almost died like 3 times there. Don't mind me just totally not realizing that my loadout for my relics was not the correct loadout. Just ignore that. So one thing that we can do now before I go into the dungeon, before I go into the boss, is actually utilize the Dragon Battle Axe spec, which will give us a boost to our strength, of course, and then making us hit harder, which is nice. Now, whether or not this is going to make that large of a difference, we will have to wait and see, but maybe it will. Who knows? In reality, it'll be more useful for when we reset and do the bosses, but for this, I mean, it'll help a little bit, I guess, but not too much. And there's 25 Variclith solos. There we go, 25 Blackstone Dragon solos. There's the wave goodbye, yippee. While I'm nowhere close to getting 245, I think I'm gonna have to look up a guide at some point. I'm still having a lot of fun doing this. This boss, this dungeon overall, is a lot of fun. That was probably the lowest I've ever gotten it during this phase before it flew. That was pretty good. Yo, Greater Flurry Codex. Let's go. That was a shit kill, too. That was miserable. Look at that, Greater Flurry. Even though it showed up twice in the chat, it did not double, but we got one of them, which is 75 mil. Not bad. Unfortunately, it, of course, is a dupe, but that is fine. We hopefully will get ourselves a Fury and a Barge here soon. What? And now the strength pet? Hello? What? This is an insane little ED2 run here. There is Kangali done and Jack of Blades. We'll take it. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Holy fuck, bro. Oh, my defense kit. Oh, no, fuck. I didn't realize I was standing in the fire, bro. There is 50 Stellarn. No, bro. That's unfortunate. I tried doing the one where you do it without the wormhole. That takes forever, but unfortunately that spawn was just not good. And there's 50 Variclith. Okay, we were a couple kills behind there. I got a 3-second improvement there. What? I felt like that was just garbage. Okay. A 4.2-second improvement there on Variclith too. That is pretty darn good. We're getting closer to sub 1 on him. Just gotta get a little bit better. Hey, there is... Wait, what? What? I thought I was like 8 off, but there's 50 Blackstone Dragons. That's funny. Okay, that's 50 total. I was only looking at solo kills. Okay, this is probably the best that I've gotten this guy down before he flies up. 107k. I think my previous record was like 145, which means not the best in the world, but it's still pretty good. 13.2-second improvement because of that. That is good. 2 million Dungeoneering tokens after I just had the worst kill of my life there at Blackstone Dragon. And there's 50 solo kills of a Stellarn. We should be closing in on 50 solos for the others as well. And there is 50 Variclith solos. Nice. No drop from him. And with this kill, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be 50 solo Blackstone Dragons. No drop from that, but that's okay. We're not quite at the drop rate yet, which is fine by me. Chest so far is looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and keep this all in there until we get the other drops, the Greater Fury and Greater Barge as well. But so far, Melee has been super fun. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for me in this video. Learning Melee, this video has been an amazing time. And don't get me wrong, Magic in its own right is also very fun, but something about Melee and just big bonking with Easy K was just amazing to do. I will keep doing ED2 to complete the log. We might even go to the other elite dungeons in future videos, but I do have the next boss in mind that is actually going to give me some upgrades for both magic and melee. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for me. If you have not liked the video yet, please make sure to do so below. Subscribe if you are not already, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one.